Hey, good morning, good afternoon. It's Cheryl Bernstein, your visionary strategist and creative clarity coach and lover of the law of attract action. I'm going to tell you 3 things that changed my personal power. Changed my personal power and my ability to go forward and create things, make things happen, manifest stuff, and create my success. 3 things. Number 1, when I changed my story. When I changed my story. What story are you telling yourself about how you can do things, how you cannot do things? I'll give you an example. I just finished up at Cardio Bar where I go to exercise. It's a combination of ballet moves and exercises that end in ups, sit-ups, pull-ups, leg ups. And I was doing one of our balancing exercises where you balance on one leg, and could hold it. I could hold it, solid and strong. And oh my gosh, 2 beautiful butterflies just flew by. And I was marveling at that, at how strong I was. And I realized that it was not always that way. There was a time when I told myself my story, when I gave myself a pass. Because I said, I'm old. I'm going to be 67 on my next birthday in June, next month. I know, right? That number. But I feel amazing. And I used to tell myself the story and give myself the pass that I'm old. I don't have to try so hard. I don't have to push so hard in exercising. I also had the story that I've had a hip replacement, which I did 7 years ago. And if you need one, I recommend you get it sooner rather than later. It's a miracle. So I was telling myself that story. You're old. You have a hip replacement. You don't have to work so hard. And then I said, no, that is not getting me anywhere. I changed my story. I decided, rather than old and hip replacement Cheryl, I want to be fit Cheryl. And that changed how I approached my exercise. I lifted my leg higher. I did my crunches harder. I went for the push-ups when I thought I couldn't. And it changed everything. And not only in exercise, but it changed my focus, my strength, my abilities, and my balance in everything in life. So, number 1, change your story. Number 2, I started really noticing when I was having contractions. Won't, can't, shouldn't, wouldn't, couldn't, contractions. And I started really noticing when I would say that to myself. I'd think I want to do something and say, oh, I don't do that. And I went, nope, let's change the contraction. Rather than can't, won't, shouldn't, wouldn't, couldn't, I would say, well, what would that look like? What if? How can I do that? Changes the whole future of you attempting to create whatever it is you're trying to create, or do what you're trying to do. No contractions. So that's number 2. Notice your contractions. And number 3, I started taking action even though I didn't feel I was ready. Didn't feel I was done being complete whatever I'm going to be, which, let's face it, that's not going to be done until I drop off the perch, till the day I'm done. So I started taking action even though I thought, I'm not sure. It's in the action, it's in the doing that you really grow and learn and become and excel. So start taking action before you are ready. And I know that comes up for me a lot. Oh, I'm not ready to do that. Oh, I'm not good enough. I want to polish this, or It's in the action. That's why I call it the law of attract action. Because you learn how to attract and you must take the action. It's the thought. This is my formula. Clear thought, inspired action, and an up-level emotion. That's like joy, happiness, love, not fear, regret, doubt, equals results and success. you can create your success. So those are my 3 tips of how I changed my personal power. What's your story you're telling yourself? Notice your contractions. Take action before you are ready. And if you'd like to, oh, Mr. Squirrel, did you see him? Mr. Squirrel just went by. It's like I'm Snow White here with the birds and the squirrels and the butterflies. I'm aiming for a birdie to perch on my finger. So if you would like a Clarity to Confidence strategy session where we sit down and just take a look at where you are and where you'd like to go and how you might get there, I would love to have a chat with you. You can private message me through Facebook, you can comment below, or you can email me, Cheryl Bernstein at CherylBernstein.com. I would love to talk to you. Just see where you're at, what you're doing. And remember, what's your story? Change it. Notice your contractions and take action before you're ready. And I hope you have a beautiful, uplifting, gorgeous, Snow White kind of successful day. I love you. Go get 'em.